But before we go anywhere, we need to address last week's situation. we need to address last week's situation, Dubs.
The situation.
The situation. The situation of the controller DJs,
mate.
My mic's acting up again, man.
There was some sensitivity. I feel like there's a few people getting in their feelings and feeling like we're sending.
Double was taking no prisoners. That's why.
The podcast is designed to give our absolutely unfiltered opinion. We're not regulated. We've got no rules to follow here, and it's about talking about the DJ culture. The beautiful thing is, it's opened up a whole conversation. I walked into the club the other day. Shout to Bannerworks in
They got Bannerworks
in Brighton. I walked into his room that he was DJing in. There he was with the controller, shiny and clean right there. And the poor guy, I feel like he suddenly had to justify himself to me. But I'm just like, my point, just to summarize for the people that didn't watch all the way through and clicked that dislike button with the
a lot of people didn't watch it all, bruv.
No, I know.
A lot of people didn't watch it all because the comments, like when I read some of them back, you wouldn't have come with that after watching the whole podcast. They
watched the first part, got in their feelings,
or they seen the clickbait title and was like, "Yo, dislike."
Exactly. But no, shout out to Bannerworks. And my point in the last podcast was, being a controller DJ does not automatically mean you're crap. Being lazy with your controller means you are crap. The controller opens up a million things that you can do better than me on my turntables, but you're still not better than me on my turntables because you're lazy. That was purely my point. That was it.
Well, the whole, like, when we broke it down at the end, it was use it like to its potential. If you've got techers and you're maximizing the skills with it and you can make it work, like, then I'm all about it. But yeah. Anyway, it's all good, mate. We're sorry if you broke your feelings.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm glad. If you got in your feelings about that, it's because you're a lazy DJ and you know it. And
bang, bang.
And that's how we're starting this week's podcast.
We just had to address that.
Back in the building with the utmost arrogance.
Yeah, that's it, man. Now we're calm today. How's things anyway, Dubs?
It's all good.
How was your drive?
Oh, mate, 5 hours to come and do this. It's fun. No, it's fun. Because when I'm driving, I make a lot of phone calls. You know, the car's the office, innit?
That's true.
In this one, that's how this was born.
That's how this started, man. So
plenty of phone calls on the way up, and I use a lot of time in the car listening to new music. So it's good to, mind you, I'm caught on Tory Lanez' album. You know, Memories Don't Die.
Yeah, it's heavy, man.
I'm still listening from that front to back. It's a banging album.
It's heavy. There's a couple of bangs on. I'm not sure what vibe he went for on that. It was like, it's a whole mixture of everything. There's some slow jams on there, some R&B, a little bit of reggae, dancehall type stuff.
Some trap in there.
And he's like barring up as well. So he's doing it.
Yeah, it is sick.
All good.
I wanted to speak about club requests. Requests in the club.
Open the request line.
Yeah, and it's something that I have mixed feelings about this, and I know a lot of people do. Every Sunday, as we've said, like the DJs are out in force on the statuses complaining about this and that. And the one I see the most is people complaining about club requests.
Yep.
And there's different situations. I don't like it personally. I don't like
any requests.
I don't like people asking me to play
music. Are you that moody
music.
guy?
I'm not the moody guy. Because I don't like it.
I can be that guy sometimes.
The reason I don't like it is because 9 times out of 10, my DJ sets are the whole night.
Okay.
So if I'm booked somewhere, I'm booked for the whole night.
Everything's got its own.
I'm bringing, we've said this before. We discussed in another podcast about the structure of the night. I'm bringing you on a journey. Do you know what I mean? And we're starting, and that journey, this is how I see it, is my musical journey. Do you know what I mean? I'm the driver, so I control how fast we go.
I'm the driver.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, 100%, man. I like that.
So if you're coming to see a DJ double set, just relax. Just grab your drink, get to the dance floor, and trust me. Like,
that's where the problem is part of it. The patience. There's no patience in the rave no more. Like, man coming to the club and, bro, I swear I've seen people walk in the entrance and before they even get a drink, sit down with the brethrens, anything, to the booth, bro. And I'm like, go and get a drink, bro, and just chill in it. Like, get a drink. I got you, don't worry, like, but just get a drink, go and do your thing. Like, it's mad.
Yeah.
You get some crazy situations.
I tweeted once. I said, I can't remember word for word, but basically it was, if you're in the club before 11:30, that means you got in for free.
You missed the £3. You tried to skip that £3 entry.
You're not allowed to request a song. If you didn't pay to get in, you're not even allowed.
It's true.
The only person in here you're allowed to speak to is the barman.
Ladies free before 11.
But no, the killer, and this isn't going to turn into like a massive complain fest, but the killer is the ones that walk straight over. And let's just, for example, today at the day of recording, they walk straight to the DJ booth. Can you play God's Plan? Bro. Yeah, I definitely will, bro. Because you know it's a hip hop club, and it just so happens to be the biggest club.
You know
tune.
that song is like, come and test the knowledge. Yeah. Ask for a song that is gonna be like, yo. When someone comes to the booth and asks for a song, and I'm just thinking, yo, rhythm. Yeah, definitely gonna play it. That makes my week, bro. But then when people just come like Drake, God's Plan. Or,
but it's 10:30.
Any key big song, yeah. Exactly.
The bar staff aren't even here yet.
Trust me, man. I hear you on that. I hear you on that.
It's crazy. You know, actually, a friend of mine, big ups to Pedro. He's a Polish guy. He's a DJ as well. He DJs in Brighton. He was telling me that out in Poland, if you request a song from the DJ, you pay him. He was like, basically,
like standard,
like. Standard. You okay. Like you do not ask for a song if you don't have money for the DJ.
Okay.
And I definitely would endorse that.
That's dope. I'd endorse it, man. Like I don't really like taking money off people when it comes to requests, but you know what it's like these days. Like people throw it. People are throwing stuff in the booth, man. So and obviously DJs don't get tipped. That's kind of like it's our little tip thing, isn't it? Our little pocket change on top of our wage.
I would be much more open to requests if
it was paid.
If there was a £10, if
you was only about the money, blood.
No, because
I'm joking.
You saw the WhatsApp conversation with Kenrick as well. What we were talking about, Despacito, and then someone said, "Would I play it for £100?" I don't have it, so no. But if I had it, £100 would make me play a song
tethering off your phone and downloading that record.
Tethering, bro. I'm just plugging
in the venue.
I'm playing a YouTube rip. I don't care.
Serious.
But no,
that's a good shout, man. Like, it's kind of like that in some places in the UK, I guess. It's like, it's not like a standard thing, but some people come and ask for a song and they'll be like, pass a little change. Or I never used to be a fan of it. I used to hate taking money off anyone.
Oh, mate, yeah.
I used to hate that stuff. I'd be like, I don't want to take your money. I feel like then these guys have got something on you, and like you got to kind of provide for them a little bit. I don't want to give them no weight like that. Like I'll take the request if it fits and it can go in the right spot, but I'm not going to take money to override like what I'm trying to do in the rave. Do you know what I mean?
I just used to feel a bit awkward.
It is awkward.
I just felt like
when to an extent.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a couple of years ago. Like I was at a point where I was kind of, nah, it's cool. You keep it, but I'll play it anyway. Now, bruv, I've snatched the note off them before it's even out the wallet. Do you know what I mean? I gotta become like road one. They just got their wallet out. They just open it. That's it. Yeah, I'll play it. No, it's not that bad. But one thing I do like in the realm of requests is when sometimes people will come up and they might ask for a song that you've forgotten about, like a current song. It might be a new song. You just happen
to have skipped it by accident.
Just you forget, you know, because you think about, okay, well, if I'm going into this certain BPM, this will work, and you might just forget. Happened the other day. I forgot that "Look Alive" was a big song. And bruv, do you know what? I was playing in the middle of my set, and I was around that 70 BPM mark, and I was playing all the stuff that fit, and I just did not even consider the record. And then someone came up and went, "Are you playing Look Alive tonight?" Boom, light bulb. Thank you, bro, because you've just turned, you just got me a forward with the next song now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's tough to remember them all, because when you play out so much, like we do like 3-4 nights a week, so like 5-6 hours a time, or whichever length of set you're playing. It's easy to just skip a record by accident, or it depends what direction your set's going in. Like if I'm moving in a certain BPM and then move away from it, and I'm like, oh no, someone asks for a song that's back in that BPM I've just moved away from, then I'm like, yo, gotta try and maneuver it all around, come back full circle, go back to the BPM. So it's, yeah, man, I like it when that happens though, because it can easily be done. You can forget songs all the time. I can go a full night, 5 hours, and then the night I might have missed 5 bangers.
Yeah.
Because I'm just got lost in my set, and then the last 30 minutes end up just being shellers.
I don't think that's a bad. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing though, because it means you're not stuck. Like I've heard some DJs, and especially this happens. A lot of residents fall into this trap. They play the same songs in the same order because they know it works.
Yeah.
And the same bangers, and then they might, if it works with the BPM, slip a new one into that little BPM set. But generally, you know what's coming up. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's good to sometimes stretch yourself, forget about bangers, and do you know what I mean? Like the middle of the night, you might have forgotten 3 or 4 bangers, but you're still shelling it down. Like that's a good look. I
can see why people do that with the sets. It's like it's easy to fall into it, especially with residencies. But like some of the crowds are tough, man. Like some crowds won't take when you step out the box a little bit. Yeah. I always try and sandwich new stuff or fresh shit or like anything that's a little bit left field. I'll sandwich it around known sick current stuff that's popping.
Play
so
a banger.
Like, it's in between. It like it keeps the vibe moving. It doesn't just kind of kill the rave off. And you know off the back of it that the bangers are coming back again, so it's sandwiched in between stuff. So it kind of eliminates that awkward moment when everyone just evacuates the floor. Like if I play a song and it ain't working, I'm mixing out of that song. Like,
So soon before the chorus is done.
Sometimes, yeah. If you can, obviously I'm not just gonna be like and mix it out on a rapid thing, but if you can, then yeah.
No, I agree. I do exactly the same thing. I'll play a banger, and if it's a song that I think. If it's a song that I'm really on, there's 2 tunes that I'm really, really about at the moment. Vroom by Young Bane.
Smash.
And Bust It Down by Tory Lanez. 2 songs that in certain areas... Bust It Down, Tory Lanez.
Okay, yeah.
2 songs that in certain areas I'm playing, they're not really big songs at the moment. But they're 2 of my favourite. They're the 2 songs. You know, you go to the club and you're excited to play songs. These are the 2 that at the moment I'm really excited to drop in my sets.
Okay.
But they don't really work the banger time of the night. So that's when the sandwiching comes in. And
I play Bust It Down towards the end of the night.
You know what it is?
Is that the 80 odd BPM one? Is that the
No, it's yeah. So it's like 78 or something. So but it's one of them ones you play around the vibe of like God's Plan, EXO, Tour Life, all of them ones, you know, rake it up. It just fits in that little section for me. So sandwich it in between a couple bangers, let the people them dance and have a good time. One thing I really dislike about when people ask me for music. No, one thing I love about it is when you've loaded up a song and someone comes and says, "Oh, can you play the such and such song?" And you've literally got it there.
I just point out the screen and they're like,
"Bruv, do you know what the funniest thing is?" And this has happened several times. Yes, several times I will point out. So I'll have it queued up, and that's it. The song's ready to go. So I'm just letting the one that's play. This one's ready to go. Someone comes up and asks, "Oh, can you play such and such?" I'm like, "Wow, great minds think alike." I take the headphones off to play them the song that's next on the headphones. Just pass them the headphones over the booth, just to be like, "Listen to this. Look, I've got it here, bruv." Do you know how many times people have leant forwards and spoke into the headphones?
Don't lie.
I promise you, bruv, it happens. It's happened a few times.
Do you know, I've seen man there,
and they lean over.
I've seen man in the rave without a mic and use the headphones, bro.
Oh yeah, that's old school.
Like some old school walkie-talkie, bro.
Yeah, that's but the amount of times they've leant forwards and spoken into the headphones to tell me their request.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick, but man.
The thing I dislike is when it's like, "Can you play such and such?" "Yes, I will." "When are you gonna play it?"
The rudeness.
What do you mean, when am I going to play? Are you in a restaurant? "Excuse me, can I have the prawn cocktail?" "Yeah." "When are you bringing it?" You'll bring it when it's fucking made. Like, do you know what bring it when the prawns have defrosted.
I don't know what it is, bro, but people think they can, like, not all, but people think they can talk to DJs like shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what?
No, I don't even write the stuff that happens in the booth sometimes.
I don't even think it's that necessarily. I think it's just drunkenness.
Yeah, the alcohol.
It's because they're drunk.
Yeah. All manners go out the window, innit?
Properly. Mind you, you do get people that are like, "Please, can you?" or "Do you mind playing?" or they even ask, can I make a request? Depending what night of the week it is, depends on the answer to that.
I love it when people come over with good manners. Like, they don't cost a thing, man.
Innit? Like, but when they're drunk, man, people forget. The other one is, "Oh, can you play such and such?" "Yeah, I will." "I'm gonna go for a cigarette now. Can you wait till I get back?"
I'm just going to the toilet and then I'm going, "Bob, I'm going to go for a fag." And it's like, don't play it yet.
I just think, like, just do all that stuff and then ask for the song.
Or people wait all night because they've not had a drink, and then they're like, this happens every week at my residency in Liverpool. Yeah, big up Pink Bar on a Friday. Every week without fail. They won't ask for a song. Yeah, lights will come on 10 minutes before the end. Requests.
Yeah.
When lights are on. Like, the end of the night, I'm like,
the music stopped.
But then they're not trying to hear you though. You're like, it's end of the night, man. Like, no request, no, innit? Like, it's done, but it's hard trying to explain it sometimes, man. But
people, I don't know if it's just a general consensus. So if someone was going to ask you to play a song like Despacito, oh no, that's a bad example.
Yeah, we had this conversation last week.
If someone was going to ask you to play Gucci Gang, oh, that's another one you play. If someone was going to ask you to play a song that you weren't going to play, yeah. Do
you know when we had this conversation though? I said there's a time and a place for it.
I know. Like, I'm not trying to bury you.
I'm not just going to take a request and just throw any shite in the set. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, I just try and balance with the people as well, man. Like,
if someone asked you for a song you didn't want to play or you weren't going to play, how do you respond?
No.
You know, a lot of people, but do you know a lot of people?
I say no.
Yeah, I do the same. But you know, a lot of people, a lot of DJs will just be like, yeah, I'll play it later.
Yeah, they'll say yeah, and then have to deal with the aggro of them coming back.
I know, because they come back. Where's my song? Oh yeah, I'll play it later. But with me,
you need to be honest, man. You just got to stub it out the butt, man.
Who was it asked me? In fact, last night in Brighton, a guy came up. Oh, bruv, and I swear he actually asked for this song. Bruv, can you play Gucci Gang? And I went, no, I don't play that song. He was baffled. What do you mean? I was like, I don't like it, so I don't have it. And then I could see he was trying to compute this in his head. The DJ's just told me no.
He's not expecting to be denied.
Like, I'm a customer. What's the DJ telling me no? And it's like, you're not my customer, mate. Like, you're the club's customer. I'm providing a service to the club. The club is my customer.
That's true. That's true.
But
that's true.
My point is, they're not used to being told no by DJs. Even sometimes, and this has happened when I've been in a bad mood and I know the people in the club aren't on the same wavelength as me. People will say, can I make a song request? And that's where I shut them down. No. Because it's happened in the past. I've been, you know what it is. You've had six club shows in a row. You've just driven an hour and a half to the club. You're tired. Probably shouldn't be working this much anyway. Can I have a request? No, not tonight. I don't want to take requests tonight. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Not. I don't know, man. I'll always try and take on requests in some shape or form, man. But it's just to an extent, innit? Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, people come out, they want to hear their favourite songs, but they've got to have the balance of whether the raver even understands how nights are structured. Like, they don't. The ideal raver doesn't understand about the structure of a night. No. Warming it up, killing it, bringing it down. Like, why would they care about that shit? They don't. Like, that's not.
I know.
Unless it's a proper raver that knows about the experience of going out and raving and they understand all that. Yeah. Then people tend to not even come and request. Because they know how it runs, they know how DJs are working.
Or other DJs don't often request.
Yeah, they don't, to be fair. Or you get people that come over and go, yo, well, I would never normally do this, I'll never ask, but... I was like, yeah, but you're going to ask, innit? But you're going to ask for this. You just come over to tell me that you're not going to do what you're about to do, so... All right, mate?
I think it's just about not asking for the obvious stuff. If I'm playing hip-hop, asking me, have you got any Drake? Like, think about what you've asked.
This is turning into a rant fest.
Sorry, it is. I need to bring it back. But I want to drop another analogy in. Asking a hip hop DJ if they've got any Drake is like going to a Chinese restaurant asking if they have any rice.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
asking Nando's for chicken.
Do you think you were just talking about the proper ravers and like the people that are passionate about it and actually
kind of get it, like.
I've noticed a distinct. I need to be careful how I word this now because some people might get upset. But I've noticed a distinct a decline in the quality of people that go to the clubs. Now, what I mean by that isn't like it's just full of scumbags, but I mean the people in the clubs now seem to care a lot less about the music than they did, say, 5 years ago. Okay. This is just what I'm noticing. One thing I think could be a contributing factor is clubs doing a lot of this gimmicky stuff. You see that video of the horse in the club the other day?
Like that, bro. Obviously, it's a shambles, but Bro, you gotta give credit, man. Man took a horse in the rave.
But
a horse, bro.
Bruv.
Imagine you're in the dance, right, and a horse comes past on a chill. Like,
bro,
it's a horse, man.
If I want to see a horse, man, I'm gonna go to a farm.
Go to the stables.
Or a stables. Wherever they keep horses, that's where I'm going if I want to see a horse. I don't go to a club. Some clubs have got quite a few horses in, but
oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh,
Shots fired.
Yeah, I'm burying people. I'm sorry.
The controller podcast has gone to the
Oh, yes, that's it.
See what you've done, guys.
I've opened the can of worms now.
Do you know what, the horse situation, like that whole club gimmick stuff has definitely played a part in it.
It's not just that horse is an extreme version.
That's like the
but
top
I'm
end
talking about there's a lot of gimmicks now. I don't mind because there's certain ones, for example. Have you seen the ones where they've got like a motorbike helmet on and fire extinguisher arms and they're covered in LEDs and they're like
light up face,
everything lights up and they can just blast the crowd with mad fire extinguishers and that kind of stuff, yeah. But you see that sort of entertainment, the clubs use that in addition to what else is going on. The confetti cannons, I'm just trying to think, do you know what I mean? Those kind of things. It's elements towards the entertainment. So yeah, they are gimmicks, but they're not solely based on, it's not come to the club and see our motorbike fire extinguisher man. Yeah. I don't know what they're called. But do you know what I mean?
Man, I don't know.
I think they look cool, but it's an addition to everything else that's going on in the club. So it's just an element of entertainment because that's still very much focused around the production on the club, the music for the club, etc., etc.
I get all that, but the music should be the core.
No, here's where I'm going with this. I agree, the music should be the core. Too many clubs recently, and it's been since this whole like reality TV resurgence and since that's become such a popular thing. Now they're just paying $2-3 grand to have matey from Sex on the Beach to come into the club, and these guys don't do anything in the club. They'll come into the club and drink, and they might meet a few people, take some photos and leave. And the problem is the clubs are also neglecting the quality of the DJ. Shit, we've just paid $3 grand for this guy. Yeah, let's just give this one
so the DJ can't,
small little fee over here.
Takes a back seat when it comes to them.
Exactly, and now it's not about music anymore. And that's where I was going with, I've seen a decline in the quality of people, and it's not the actual quality of the people, but it's the quality of what they're into.
There's still brands out there that champion music and stick to
Absolutely.
it, but the few and far between.
Yeah, there's stuff like Elro and Abode, house music. Are they big up here as well?
Elro's all over the place, man.
Yeah, I know they got their stuff in IB for that. I've actually been to that, and that is a perfect example of something that's music led. They've kept it very integral, but at the same time, even Elro has the gimmicks, all the inflatables and all the production, but that's just a part of it. Whereas a lot of the clubs, they're just solely basing it on.
With that, you just said with Elro, like that scene, that music, like it's a totally different experience. Like when it comes to like clubs, and like there's a lot more around it. Like that scene is just totally different. Like you're not gonna see a house that rave bringing in horses or fucking like reality TV people.
Yeah,
like they focus on DJs and make sure their shit is locked down, music is on point, and that is all around it. Like Elbow, like that's like a journey, bro. You're going into like a long lost land of craziness. Like,
yeah,
so I get that. With R&B and hip hop, you can't really portray events in that way. You can to an extent, but imagine going to an R&B and hip hop event and it looks like Elro.
There's different things you can do.
There's different things you can do, but I don't know. I don't know if I can say it, man. It's semi like an easy cop out to fill a rave.
What?
A little bit booking these reality people that have the crazy reach.
Fully.
So it's like a bit. It's semi like a bit of a cop out. Like we run Jam for 4 or 5 years, and we never booked one reality TV star.
No.
We kept it about music and artists. But like you say, that's been years now. And there definitely has been a flip in the way people like absorb music and go out and enjoy themselves, I guess.
It's just, it needs to be a balance. And I think one thing a lot of the clubs are losing touch on is they're focusing too much on the gimmicks and they're not focusing enough on the music side, the actual. Yeah. They're focusing on like the aesthetic entertainment. Do you know what I mean? Like the pretend entertainment. Oh well, we've got such and such from Big Brother. The celebrity jungle winner, Ant and Decker here. Whatever. Well, probably not Ant. I don't know. But you know, like. Bruv, I'm just thinking on the fly. Do you know what I mean? I'm just throwing out names because I don't watch these programs. But you know where I'm going with it.
Job you don't.
Bro, I'm getting fired from this podcast.
I hate you, man. I hate you, bro. Totally.
Do you know where I'm going with it? Like, 100%. I feel like the clubs need to reel it back a bit and remember, like,
there's so many contributing factors to that, though. Like the way social media is now. These reality people run that stuff. Everybody's plugged into that now, so it's super relatable. Oh yeah, we've got this guy that's just won Big Brother. Half of the UK's watched Big Brother and have got this relationship with this person through the TV now. So yeah, I'm going to the rave. Like, that's the way people are taking it in now.
A club I used to work at booked Hodor from Lord of the Rings to do a DJ set.
To do what?
A DJ set, but he's not a DJ. You know him and the mountain.
You ain't going nowhere, bro.
But yeah,
Hodor.
They booked Hodor for a DJ set, and I'm glad that he's out there getting money, but.
Oh yeah, I'm not hating on the people, and like, they're getting theirs, isn't it? Like they got cash in.
See, the difference is cool, but if you're not a DJ, don't take DJ bookings. And he's not. He actually, what he does is he has a pre-mix, like I think it's like a 10-minute mix that he plays, and he has another 10-minute mix that he plays after that 10-minute mix. And then, do you know what I mean? Like someone somewhere has done his mixes for him, and this is what he plays out. And
it does kind of devalue the DJ a little bit, doesn't it, man? Like. A lot of them reality people, like some of them can DJ, some of them can do the thing.
It undermines what we do as DJs, but let's leave it on one thought is, okay, so cool, you've booked, let's say his name's Dave from Love Island, yeah? You booked Dave from Love Island to come to your club. Man like Dave from Love Island's now booked in your club, right? He just paid $4,000 plus VAT. Cool, you sold the place out. Nice, he's up in the VIP ready. There's no music on. How many people are going to stay in your building all night with Dave?
Yeah, that's true, man. Or they'll just go and book £100
exactly
for 7 hours.
But flip it around. People are in there. Dave's there. He's done his bit. Dave now leaves because he's gone back to his hotel with some girl he just met. The DJ's staying and playing the music. If he's a good DJ, everyone else is staying.
That's true. That's true, man.
And that's it. And that's it, I think. Don't fucking request anything before midnight.
Yeah, don't book any dead reality TV stars.